Soundly is the secret weapon, the superpower of elite performance in every discipline. Here's why. This is a depiction of your lymphatic system. This is a parallel circulatory system inside your body. It runs right next to your arteries and veins. It is full of a clear fluid called lymph, which you've all seen if you've ever broken a blister. You shouldn't have broken the blister. If you broke the blister, the clear fluid that came out of it is lymph. It flows through your body all the time. It picks up viruses, bacteria, broken down cells, waste products, pulls that into your lymphatic system, where white blood cells from your immune system break down all of those invaders. This is the system that keeps your body healthy. It's a system that keeps your body clean. It's why your doctor feels the lymph glands in your neck to see if you're fighting off a cold or the flu. It's why we're very concerned about breast cancer spreading to the lymph nodes in the underarm. This is also the system that fights off cancer. It's really, really important. But if you look at the image, you'll notice that it is present in the stomach, the chest, gets up to about the cheeks, and then it stops. It's not in the head. And up until very recently, we didn't know how the brain accomplishes what the body accomplishes in terms of keeping itself healthy and well. That's an MRI scan of the brain done by Mike Noseworthy at McMaster University about an hour and a half from here. It's a beautiful depiction. I just love the fact that we can image the brain, no needles, no radiation. It's so cool. And what has been discovered in the brain while we sleep is that at the microscopic level, we have 100 billion neurons. These are the cells that create thinking, problem solving, concentration, focus, spreadsheets, sales decks. All of it is created in these neurons deep inside your brain, 100 billion of them. At night when you sleep, they shrink by about 60%. And all this space opens up inside the brain. And a clear fluid called cerebral spinal fluid washes through your brain every single night while you sleep. Picks up viruses, bacteria, broken down cells, waste products, pulls all that up into the inner lining of your skull, and that drains out into the lymphatic system of the body every single night while you sleep. It's absolutely incredible. It's like brainwashing, but in a good way, right? It's, by the way, it also happens slightly better if you sleep on your side and you snore less. Your partner loves you more. So we'll also do relationship counseling while we're here today as well. So we've learned why we need to sleep. This is when the brain heals, repairs, recovers, and regenerates. It's really crucial for us. We've also learned how much sleep we actually need. So if we consider on the y-axis the 4 different types of sleep: REM, which is when you dream; stage 1 and stage 2, which is light or core, if you're measuring it on your wearable; and stage 3, which is deep sleep. We cycle through those stages of sleep, which are all different. They're all important throughout the course of the night in roughly 90-minute increments. And the research shows that you need 5 complete sleep cycles, 90 minutes each, roughly, to have the lowest risk for all-cause mortality. If you want to live the longest possible lifespan, 5 sleep cycles, 90 minutes each, ballpark, 7 to 8 hours. Panicked looks from the audience here. The reason why this is so important now, more than ever, is because we do not learn anything during the course of the day. You learn at night when you sleep. I talk a lot to schools. I said that at a school once. You don't learn anything during the day. And the kids were like, yes, we know. We learn nothing when we're here. It's like, no, that's not what I meant. I mean that what happens is at night when you are in deep sleep, when the neurons have shrunk, that's when the brain washes itself out. And when new connections are made between neurons inside the brain, and that's how we encode information from the day into our long-term memory. Think about how much all of you have to learn and the pace with which you need to learn right now more than ever. I'll just say AI. You're having to learn how to do this. That's nothing compared to quantum computing, which is coming in 3 to 5 years. Like, just get ready for that one. If you're retiring in 2 years, don't worry about it. For all the rest of us, this is really, really important. You learn at night when you're sleeping. You are also creative, and you set the stage for problem solving when you sleep. In the second half of sleep, largely when your brain is in REM, which is when you dream. So the second half of the night is what sets the stage for creativity, innovation, ideation, and problem solving, which is why getting enough sleep is critical, because it is in the second half of the night that your brain sets the stage for you being able to solve problems. Think about what you do all day long. You are constantly solving problems. So you need to learn fast, and you need to be able to solve problems. How do we build the capacity to do this while also recovering and regenerating at the same time, it's getting enough sleep. It's giving yourself permission to get enough sleep. Against the backdrop of most of us doing that. No judgment. It's okay. Everyone's doing this. This is extraordinarily problematic. Here's why. When you have your devices and you're shining them into your eyes late at night, that light goes into your brain. This is an MRI scan of the brain, sliced through the head at the level of the eyes. You're looking at it from above. I'll zoom in. You can see the eyeballs right there. Kind of cool. When you have your device and you're shining it into your eyes late at night, that light goes through the eyeball, hits the back of the eyeball right there in a structure that looks like this that converts light into electricity. That electricity shoots back through the optic nerve into a structure called the pineal gland that releases a hormone called melatonin. Melatonin controls your sleep cycles. So if you have a device and you're shining it into your eyes late at night, you're signaling electrically to the pineal gland that it's morning, it's noon, the sun just came up. As a result, it doesn't release melatonin, which makes it really hard for you to fall asleep, and most importantly, to stay asleep. First thing in the morning, if you wake up, you can't get going, grab your device, shove it right in your face, don't care. Morning blue light, all good. Nighttime, not so much. So in order to counter this, I have a protocol for you. Just like the 30-31 protocol for focus, I have the 20-20-20 protocol for sleep. The 20-20-20 protocol for sleep builds the capacity for you to defend your last hour. I would love for you to defend your last hour of your day so that you can decompress, you can deactivate, you can calm down such that you can fall asleep and stay asleep. The 20-20-20 protocol is simply 3 things done in sequence before you fall asleep to help you to chill out, calm down, relax, and decompress. Could look something like this. I know that when I read fiction, I'm out cold. If you are traveling, you may not have 60 minutes, in which case this can be the 10-10-10, but you want to still follow a similar pattern, because if you do this repeatedly, you will train your brain how to fall asleep. The second factor when it comes to sleep and predicting lifespan is consistency of what time you fall asleep. So sleep duration is one that predicts lifespan. Consistency of falling asleep is the second. So the more you can do this at a consistent time of day, the more likely it is that you're going to be able to fall asleep and to stay asleep, which is why we teach defending your last hour as one of the most important recovery tactics that we can build into your life. I've been doing this for like 15 years. I've been teaching this for 10 years. This is the number one thing that when I teach it makes a difference in people's lives out of all the stuff that I do. Questions, comments, thoughts, opinions about sleep? We've got probably time for like 2 or 3 questions on sleep. Who's got something for me? Yes? Why fiction? Well, financial reports may help you to fall asleep too. But what we want is something that deactivates you. I don't want you actively thinking. I don't want you deconstructing. Don't want you planning. And the reason why fiction is so powerful is because it recreates imagery in your brain that's exactly like when you dream. So we're just building that capacity to fall straight into a sleep-like state, settle down, get out of beta mode down into, which is 16 to 30 hertz. Sleep is 1 to 5 hertz. So you literally need to decrease the brain's activity level by like 80%. So it just helps you to decompress. When you get into a great story, it just really helps to forget about the day. But it could be, I've had some people who like the murder mysteries. Some people listen to podcasts about certain topics that are not work related that help them to fall asleep. So anything like that that just helps you to decompress and calm down and begin to visualize things that replicate a dreamlike state, I think would work really, really well for you. Great question. Yes?
What advice would you give to a new mother where 8 hours of deep sleep might not be a possibility?
Yeah, what about new moms? I'm so sorry. It's going to be okay. We're going to get through this. For the first 3 to 6 months, it's just rough. I've got 2, they're older now, so thank God. Anyway, it is very, very difficult. For new parents, we say 7 to 8 hours, not necessarily all at once. It's 7 to 8 hours per 24-hour cycle. So if your child is taking a nap, please take a nap. Naps are superpowers for new parents, and also for the research is quite clear that naps improve cognitive performance as well. There's 2 types of naps that work, 1 type of nap that does not. Has anyone ever taken a nap and felt horrible for hours? Yeah, okay, so the first type of nap that works is the 20-minute power nap. You set an alarm. You wake up within 20 minutes. That resets your cognition, gets rid of mental fatigue, gets rid of adenosine. It's awesome. And the second type of nap that works is a full sleep cycle nap, which is 90 minutes. You may not want to do that at the office. That might be a weekend thing. If on the weekend you think your child's going to go down and they're going to be down for 90 minutes at least, and you are tired, leverage that time. And the 90-minute nap not just clears adenosine, but also gives your body a pulse of growth hormone, which heals your body tissues. So that's the mental and physical recovery. So 20-minute power nap, 90-minute full sleep cycle nap. Power nap, you use an alarm. Full sleep cycle nap, you do not use an alarm. The type of nap that does not work is 30 to 60 minutes long when you're in deep sleep. Because you get woken up out of deep sleep and you have sleep inertia, you feel horrible for hours. So if you don't have enough time, short power nap, even 3 minutes works. If you do have time and you can wake up naturally, the power nap, that's what athletes, the pregame nap of an athlete, is awesome. Both of those are superpowers for new parents. Yes?
What are your thoughts on diet and caffeine for sleep?
Diet and caffeine for sleep. I love talking to financial groups because you guys always ask 2 questions at once. Thanks for making it easy to remember on that one. So diet. We recommend, if possible, trying to create a bigger distance between falling asleep and the last meal. So intermittent fasting, I'm sure many people have heard of that. The way that we implement intermittent fasting is just simply after you're done dinner, don't snack. Loads of benefits in the research. If you want more on that, I've got an article on it I can send you. Second thing is carbohydrates create neurotransmitters in your brain that help you to calm down. So berries at night, which are full of carbohydrates, incredible for you, are great as an evening snack to help you to fall asleep. High fat is very hard to digest. That does not help you to fall asleep. High protein, harder to digest, also does not help you to fall asleep. So if you're struggling and you need a little snack, go for some carbohydrates late at night, but ideally we recommend trying to not snack after dinner. If you're going to do so, berries are our go-to because they're so good for you and they'll help you to create the neurotransmitters that help you to fall asleep a little bit better. Your second question was caffeine. Caffeine, powerful performance enhancing substance. I've used caffeine with Olympic athletes, with special forces. We have created all sorts of different ways of getting that to people in different difficult circumstances. The peak benefits of caffeine are 30 to 60 minutes after you take it. So as you might have noticed, I had a double espresso about an hour ago. I'm pretty jacked at the moment. I don't care what happens this afternoon, so I'm with you. And the reason why is because there's a withdrawal effect 3 to 4 hours later. So be very careful. If you have a critical presentation at 11 o'clock in the morning, and you have your coffee at 7 to 8 a.m., there's a withdrawal effect 3 hours later. Just wait a little bit. Have your coffee at like 9:30 so that you're still in that performance zone. So peak benefits 30 to 60 minutes, withdrawal effect 3 to 4 hours later. Drip coffees are 200 to 500 milligrams of caffeine, a lot. A single shot of espresso is 100 to 200. That's what we use for most of our high performance because 100 to 200 milligrams is the sweet spot for high performance focus and physical. Green tea is about 15 milligrams. So if you have like 3 to 4 hours of work to do or a long day, we do green tea, and the green tea catechins are also antidepressive. They're great for mental health. And there's loads of antioxidants in both coffee and tea, so both of those options are good. Caffeine has an effect on your negative effect on sleep for up to 8 hours. So we recommend cutting off your caffeine at 2 p.m. so you can actually fall asleep at night. That's a lot. All right, last one on sleep. Yes. What are my thoughts on supplements? Okay, with deep love and respect, because we're now like together, we know each other, we're friends, and it's snowing outside and you all made it. I make a joke about supplements, so I love you, but I'm gonna make the joke. So my thought about supplements in general is that if you take supplements if you have a bad diet and you take supplements, you'll have expensive urine. That took you guys way too long to laugh at, but anyway, so it's like, number one thing is always focus on diet. Number one thing is always focus on exercise, focus on your sleep patterns, and then we can throw in some supplements that might help us. So magnesium has been shown to have a positive benefit on sleep. Magnesium threonate, Theonite, magnesium threonate seems to be the best of the 3 types of magnesium that are available. 30 minutes before sleep, that's great. But 50% of people are responders, 50% of people are non-responders. So if it works for you, great. If it doesn't work for you, save your money, don't do it. Second thing that helps people to sleep better is cardiovascular exercise that makes you sweat. That works for men and women. Third idea for you, women specifically, especially in the 45 to 65 years old, is strength training. Specifically helps women to sleep better and get more deep sleep. So those are 3 things for you. There's magnesium, but exercise is better. Strength training specifically is incredible for women.